up on me. Oh. Okay. Ugh. I need to touch up these roots. Well, and apparently these ends. Anyway, let me share the link. Get my people here. Right now I'm just talking to myself until they get here. Which is great. I just sound like an idiot. Because I don't know what to say to anybody. Oh, I hope this doesn't happen all day. Yay! Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Do you feel that? I have been yawning all morning. Oh my goodness. Part of it was, so this morning they had the family breakfast at the kids' school, which is a great idea. Lovely idea. But it was like, you know, show up 45 minutes earlier than you normally would and come eat breakfast with the kids. Okay. And my kids were so excited about it. And then the neighbor boy next door, he was excited because he was sad yesterday because he said his mom couldn't go with him. So I said, well, if you want to go, you can come sit with us. So he was so excited he got to go sit with us. And Piper was up super late last night. And then Christopher woke up ready to go at like 4 o'clock in the morning, waking me up. But I want donuts now. Child, it is not time to go. So I am, hi Alex, Sabrina, Dale, I am tired. Excuse me. Sorry, so if I yawn and I make you yawn, it's not on purpose, I swear. You can blame my kids. This sounds about right. Yeah. And then, of course, at 6:15 when I tried to wake him up to go, then he was like, I'm too tired. Boy, you better get out of bed. Too bad you drink decaf. Only most of the times. Hello, Ember. I knew you. There we go. I don't know what that means. Hang on. Oh, I think I just did something weird. Okay, hang on. Chill out. There. Okay, I think I got it right. You need a nap yourself. I usually have caffeinated coffee in the morning. It's just the rest of the day that I drink decaf. Got up at 6 a.m. and wrote, killed off the love interest, gone! Oh. Emotionally draining, right? It can be. Unless you're Alex and you enjoy it. Adrian said something and now my muse kills off all the characters. I didn't want to. I don't know. I mean, maybe sometimes you don't. But I imagine that any DM who also writes enjoys it a lot. I've never met a DM who started writing books who didn't enjoy it, who didn't like do a little dance every time. He could always come back. True. We have all seen Supernatural, right? We know death is never the end. Could not figure this out. Had to go and create a channel to chat to you. Well, yay! Yay for new channels. Hello, Nelly. All right, Alex. Well, and everyone else too, but Alex, Natalie, Alex. Alex is my community manager. She keeps the Discord running and smooth and safe and all the things. Natalie we've been friends now for what, 5 years? 6 years? 7 years. It's been a while. It's been a long time. I think 7 years. Right? Because I was still pregnant with Christopher. Anyway, it's been a long time. And she told me yesterday, she's like, hey, I'm going to start writing a book. So I dumped all the info dump on her. I sent her all the things. And then I said, go into Discord. So she may or may not be overwhelmed with all the things. Almost 8 years. Yeah, it's been a while. Kimmy, good morning, Kimmy. I know you can take it. But I know I can like word vomit all the things too sometimes. So anyway, so if she's lost, it's my fault. Oh, baby. Yeah, Connor's big too now. I need so much more coffee. 5 foot tall, 7-year-old. Holy cow. I'm here to calm you down if you get overwhelmed. Yes. Mm. Piper comes up over my shoulder now. Like she can tuck her head into my neck. No. Go that way. Go that way. No. Floof wants to say hi. always when I'm wearing sweaters. She wants to say hi. Yeah, see, now your hind leg is stuck in your... Yeah. The other floof had me all sealed into bed. She did not want to wake up this morning. She was like, no. And she got mad because I switched to... I have the most ridiculous sleeping habits, so I switched to this like super thick comforter, but it's a cooling comforter, so... because I want to be warm and comforted, but I don't want to be hot and sweaty. You won Nano. Yay! Sounding better today. Yes, thank you. Did my permissions get changed? From what? Permissions where? I will win Nano today. I have like 7,000 words to go or something. I fell behind. Deletions and moving stuff. On YouTube, Alex? Or in Discord? You lost weeks ago. You're like, I'm good with it. Did you lose or did you really win by picking something else? Discord? I know that they've made some updates. I have not changed any of your permissions, I don't think. No, I haven't changed any of your permissions. But I know that they've been doing some updates with some things. So maybe they came up with new stuff? There's a kid named Dean Arrow Winchester. It made me smile. Down that I won't be finishing this year. I win by showing up for myself right now. There you go. See? See? That's not losing. No, see, if you're on my lap, I get to pet you. And you don't get to lick yourself. Those are the rules. Got my 156,000 this morning. Still have 3 days. Nice. So it's another 17,000. Let's go, Alex. Come on. Don't slack now. I'm kidding. Give yourself a break. Going to read the 30-day challenge again and really highlight the crap out of it. Rachel Thompson's book. I did 3 days at 19,000 at the beginning of the month. I believe it. Rachel Thompson's book's a good book. You know, once upon a time, we were going to do that challenge together, weren't we? Was I the one who screwed that up? Probably, huh, Alex? Alex is sitting there right now, staring at the back of my head while I look for my copy of that book. And she's going, yeah, Naomi, we were gonna. And then you disappeared, and you got busy, and then we didn't do it. I wonder if I have it upstairs. Do you want to do it in January? Anyway, do you want to do it in January? Yes, yes. There's a delay in the comments, which is not bad. like, I don't mind the delay. It's not as bad as TikTok where it was delayed and then they all popped up all at once backwards. You made this plan in October. Did I make the plan? Oh my God, my memory sucks. Okay, January 1. We'll do it in Word. I'll put it in the, here. I will. Events. Create event. I'm doing it now. Somewhere else. I have to think of a where to do it. Word, right? All right. It's not. How do I? Oh my God. "30-day book marketing challenge." We'll start on the 2nd because I don't want to start on the 1st. And we'll figure all the rest of that out later. Okay. All right, I got it set. We were all talking about it, and he said, yes, let's do it for January, and we went, yay. Why don't I remember that conversation? Oh my God, I believe you, but I do not remember that conversation. I got gobsmacked by life and had to postpone writing for about a week, so I'm so far behind unless I count it as a head start for next year. Obviously head start for next year. Life hasn't been kind. No, not anywhere. Hoping all the life drama ends in December. Can I just say that I can't believe that the year is almost over? It's rude, right? What book do I need to buy for this? So the author's name is Rachel Thompson, and the book's name is The 30-Day Book Marketing Challenge. And a lot of the people here got it for free, or at least they got the ebook for free when they joined my mastermind a couple of years ago. I gave every member a free copy. I keep looking for it down here and I don't have it down here. But anyway, 30-day book marketing challenge. Only thing is, hello, Laura. Only thing is that it does include Twitter, because at the time that she wrote it, and she's still highly active on X, but at the time that she wrote it, her primary channel for marketing was Twitter. So what I'm going to say is, instead of Twitter, pick a different targeted social media account. So that'll be LinkedIn, Twitter, Threads, or Facebook. Okay? Not Instagram, not TikTok. Well, I guess you could. Most of you like TikTok. It's just a different strategy for those because they're the one link. Okay, then grab it on Kindle Unlimited. Between mom's chemo ending soon, hopefully my partner has a surgery to correct the first surgery. School, drill, and work. Left little time to write. Score, do I even need to do this right now, or is this beyond me at this point? Probably a little bit beyond you. Well, it depends. The best time to start marketing your book is before you finish writing your book. But it does depend. If you are going to get yourself overwhelmed by trying to market at the same time that you're writing, don't do it. Focus on the writing. Writing is top priority. But if you can do both, then you can jump in. You like Insta, you like TikTok. All right, add them in, but just understand that some of the strategies are going to be slightly different because you've got the 4, right? Twitter, X, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Threads, where you can put links into individual posts. And so that really makes it easier to target specific pieces differently. And then they're also driven by a general engagement type of algorithm. TikTok, Instagram, you've got one link to rule them all. They just work better with evergreen links instead of targeted links per post. So it's a slightly different strategy. Plus, their algorithm is based on a discovery feed / for you rather than your engagement. And then obviously you've got Pinterest and YouTube that are more search intent based. They do have discovery feeds and smart feeds that are based on your engagement and whatnot, but slightly different strategy even so, because there's that component of search in there. So that's why I was saying the book is written Twitter, because that it was and still is her favorite platform. You will need to tweak certain parts of it for it to work the same way on TikTok and Instagram. I will tentatively jump in. We all will, Natalie. We all will. Best day and times to post vary a lot between, yes. Ooh, yesterday. Oh my God, y'all. So I'm part of this group called the Social Click, right? It's run by Rachel Peterson. Y'all know how much I love Rachel. Anyway, so I'm in this group. And yesterday she went live because she was putting together her plans for 2024. And she does that a lot. She'll go live in the group and do this like over the shoulder thing. Now, I do not work well with over the shoulder. I am not good with over the shoulder learning. I am good with taking over the shoulder learning and turning it into like almost like a co-working kind of thing. So while she was working on her 2024, I pulled up a new Google Doc and started working on my 2024 and just like following along with what she said. And like, you know what I mean? I wasn't watching her, but like as she talked and she was like, and then this is what I do. And then this is what I do. So she calls it the viral framework. I'm going to put together another one for fiction authors, but oh my God, like I'm not kidding. We sat on Zoom for like 5 hours and came up with the entire year's content plan. It's so good. I'll show y'all in Word. I have that planned out 2024 book release. Yee! We got to do that. Yes. I still have to schedule that out. But yes. So we can do the viral framework with you. It's so good. Like once she showed me how she does it, like for that first month, I was like, oh no shit. You ever like learn something and then you realize like it's brilliant and it blows your mind, but you're also kind of mad you didn't think of it because it's also like super not complicated or difficult? That's where I was at. I'm doing good. Go plan out my day. Need all the tips. I didn't want to cough into my coffee because that would just be a mess. Anyways, it was really good. It was like pick 4 main areas, right? So for authors, your 4 main areas are going to be like your story, right? Probably your genre. And then probably your journey. Let's see, what am I at? Your story, your genre, your journey, maybe your industry, right? Maybe industry. What do readers care about? We'll call it your creativity cup. So like related movies and stuff. Discord doesn't like my credit card right now, or my bank doesn't like Discord. It's hard to say. Something happened last month and I can't fix it. Oh, weird. I wonder if I did something. Maybe I did something wrong. I didn't do something wrong, did I? I mean, I don't think I did. Because I didn't change any of this. You have something waiting for you in your gift inventory. Mid-journey. Ugh. That, I don't care about any of that. One week free trial. Okay, I don't know. It doesn't look like anything changed on the back end. Like for a minute, I thought it was like going to be one of those deals because YouTube just did that to me where it was like, you can't do any of the things you've been doing until you update your tax information. So I thought maybe I screwed up. I finished writing before I started marketing my novella. I did talk about it for NaNoWriMo. Does that count? Yeah, absolutely. Now, okay, so to be clear, the best time to start marketing your book is while you're still writing it. And that's because you, first off, remember what marketing is, right? Marketing is just showing up. Book marketing is creating a fandom for your book. So you show up, you create this fandom for your book. Then when your book is ready to be released, you have people who already want to buy it. They're waiting for you to buy it, or they're waiting for you to finish it so that they can buy it, right? Like that is, in an ideal world, that is what you want. That has become so popular that traditional publishers are now expecting it. That's why your author platform is such a big part of your agent queries and stuff. Because indie authors, that's how indie authors have been getting onto bestseller lists and stuff, because they have a platform. If you can't do both at the same time, and some people just can't. Some people, they find it overwhelming, Or they can't, like, they get stuck in their mindset because they're like, well, I don't know how to talk about my book if my book isn't done yet. They just get stuck. And that's fine. If you get stuck or if you get overwhelmed, writing the books is top priority. Just what you don't want to do if you write the book first, do not get super excited, race through the editing phase, get through the formatting phase, hit publish, and then say, woohoo, I'm published. How do I sell it now? Because you're gonna have, like, your sales are gonna be in the toilet for like 6 months at least doing it that way. Instead, if you finish writing the book and you haven't done any marketing, yay, the book is done. That's the part you need to celebrate anyway. Start marketing. You know, if you want to, set yourself up with a pre-order that's like 6 to 9 months in the future and start marketing. Start marketing the hell out of your book at that point when you can actually focus on the marketing. I just don't know who to talk to about my books. I've been thinking about them for years. I'm in a lot of promotion groups, but I'm scared to actually do anything in them. Promotion groups never work. I hate those groups. The reason they don't work is because they're not based on any kind of actual marketing techniques, and they're not based on building any kind of a fandom. They're not based on building a community. They're just a bunch of people trying to sell their books. And so they give you permission to let them know that you have a book for sale in the hopes that if they promote their book and say, hey, my book is for sale, that you will buy it. But you're not their ideal reader. And there's a really small, slim, itty bitty, tiny little chance of even finding an ideal reader in one of those groups. It's just a bunch of people who are basically trying to place ads for free to a bunch of other people. Yeah, I mean, if you want to stay in them so that you can see what's coming out and stuff like that and actually build a marketing, because remember, book marketing is one of those things, it's one of the only things in the world where you thrive when you can talk about the competition. Not in like a bad way, but like if you made socks and you sold socks, you would not want to talk about how good other socks are, right? If you make makeup sponges and you sell makeup sponges, you wouldn't talk about beauty blenders, right? You wouldn't be like, beauty blenders are the best. I also sell makeup sponges. You wouldn't do that. But if you write fantasy books, you might talk about how great Lord of the Rings is. It's one of those deals where when you're building your fandom, you do it by talking not just about your stuff, but about other stuff. So it might be one of those deals, if you feel like checking it, it might be one of those deals where you can go in and find like new releases and you'd be like, oh, my people would probably want to hear about that book. Okay. But there are other ways to get that information too. And so if you don't want it to clog up your Facebook feed, I would just leave. What about Facebook ads? I love Facebook ads. I think Facebook ads are great. However, any kind of ad you have, Google ads, Facebook ads, Pinterest ads, all they do is scale whatever your organic stuff is. So if you've got a book out on Amazon and there is zero traffic going to the book, or worse, you're getting traffic to the book, but no one's buying it because the blurb isn't optimized, or it's not compelling enough, or they don't like the book cover, or whatever it is, then when you're placing your ads to go to that book, you're just placing the blurb and the book cover and stuff in front of people, more people who are going to say no. So I do not believe in placing ads until you're already getting sales. I ran marketing campaigns on Facebook and they worked great for real estate, but book marketing is so different. It is different. It's easier in my opinion, but it is different. Redoing my website, so I have 0 traffic right now. So I would not even worry about ads for you. Glad I'm not putting it out until the end of April. Yee! That gives you plenty of time. I need to learn to blog more often than once every 6 months. Yes. The good news, Alex, is that blogging counts as word count. It's just not in a book. But it does, it's words. I need to focus on marketing book 2 in my series since that's coming out at the end of next month. Yes. Focus on that. How is your email list looking, Ember? I lie. It was 5 months. I posted in July. Yeah, well, but still, you need to go a little bit faster than that. The thing is the frequency with which you are posting your blog posts, that's going to overall determine the frequency at which Google is crawling your blog and looking for updates. So I would, if nothing else, if you're I'm not saying do that over the next 3 days because I still think you need a break. However, if you wanted to, you can sit down over the next 3 days or some other time when you're like, I've made my goal and now I've got X number of days before I have to start anything else. Sit down and batch write 10 blog posts. They don't need to be more than 800 to 1,000 words a piece. Go to that list that I have of blog post ideas for fiction authors. I'm sorry, I have a cough drop, so like everything's wrong right now. But go to that post I have on blog post ideas for fiction authors. Pick 10 of them, bang out the 10, and then you can always schedule them out. Could put a reminder in the Discord, even if you only do it bi-monthly or monthly. Yeah. Well, and when Seisha comes in next month, we're going to work on more marketing ideas, including blogging schedules, email newsletter accountability, and stuff like that. So hopefully that'll all help make it all better and easier, not better. Videos of my fan art or one of my characters gets the most views. Nice. I created a Bible for the ABCs for easy posting character info. Nice. Writing my blog from my cat's point of view. Aww. I got the Seisha thing to organize yet. Yeah. We do. We have time. This reminds me I need to actually start on the blogs I've planned a week ago and haven't looked at since. Yes. I would love to have art done of my characters. If you are good at art, then do it. If you're not good at art, but you want to be, then do it. Otherwise, you can do like concept art to share with artists. And we have some in the Discord, like Kathy Young, she does character art and stuff. So if you need help, I don't know how much she charges or anything, but if you need help, she can help too. Hello, Sunshine. Where am I from? That's a hard question. Could you be more specific on what you mean by from? Because that's a hard question. I sound ridiculous when I say that, but it's a hard question. It's loaded, yeah. But lack of money prevents that, and I'm afraid to do it myself because I'd be copying a photo of actors. Ah. Which country? Okay. So I'm going to run down the most ridiculous of all the answers that you could possibly mean, Sunshine. I was born in Germany, but technically I was born on a U.S. base in Germany. So I am a U.S. citizen, and I currently reside in the Midwest in the U.S. I grew up in Colorado, but my hometown, I consider my hometown to be El Paso, Texas. But I went to high school and college in New England. So depending on what you mean by from, do you mean like where I grew up, where I was born, what I consider home, and or where I came into my own? You can kind of like take your pick. You were born in Germany. Yes, I was. I was born at Lindsay Air Station in Wiesbaden. Am I married? No. Can't move things in the Discord. Weird. I will double check. Because you should be able to just throw those things around. Email list is non-existent. Okay. So, that's right, because we were talking about email yesterday. That's right. You're right. That's got to be your focus. TikTok and email, since you have a book coming out in a month. TikTok and an email. Need to rearrange things and delete unused chats. Okay. You were stationed in Germany for 3 years and have been to Wiesbaden. Ah. Yeah, I found out the hard way that Lindsay Air Station isn't anymore. And the reason I found out is because at some point in time through all of my moves, I lost my naturalization certificate and my birth certificate. And obviously in the United States, you need those in order to get like any kind of other ID ever. So when was it? It was about 7 or 8 years ago. I started the process of trying to find either of them, and it ended up costing me close to $1,300 because come to find out, they were when it came time for Lindsay Air Station to digitize all the things, somehow my birth record was not reported. So it was not digitized. So they no longer exist. So the stuff that they digitized, like whatever they got done, and it is what it is. But because they no longer exist, it wasn't like I could call up the hospital or call up the air station and be like, hey, where's the record of my stuff? Like what? And it ended up costing me dang near $1,300, like $1,320 by the time all was said and done, by the time I finished contacting everyone I needed to contact and got hold of the American Embassy and paid for the shipping for these different documents to go back and forth just to get a copy of my birth certificate, and one of my birth certificate, one of my naturalization certificate, so that I could then turn around and go get a freaking ID. Do you believe in God? Well, that's not what this is about. Are you writing a book, Sunshine? I feel like you're either the most polite troll in the world, or you're just having a completely different conversation than I am. You are a sculpture. Harder than I imagine it would be. Yeah. It was not a fun time. So now, obviously, once I got that done, I have multiple copies of all of them hidden throughout the house. Not hidden, but like I have one upstairs on a shelf in my bedroom, and I have one down here on a shelf over here, and I have one in a safety deposit box. Like, it's one of my biggest fears is losing it again. Although it should not ever be as difficult as it was the first time to get it replaced. But that has become like one of my biggest fears. Like, I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes going, oh my God, where is it? Because it was such a pain in the ass. Hello, Emu. How are you? Thought getting a regular birth certificate and social security card was a pain. You're right. It probably wouldn't have been that bad because like, if the hospital you were born in exists, you just contact them. So if Lindsay Airfield was still there, it probably wouldn't have been as bad. If they had digitized what they were supposed to have digitized, also probably wouldn't have been that bad, because then I could have just called Vital Records in DC and been like, hey, and then they could have been like, oh, here it is, here you go. If they had sent everything the way they were supposed to, it wouldn't have been that bad. Because what it's supposed to be is, if you're born overseas, if you're born on a military base overseas, at least, and I don't know nowadays if it's the same or not. This was in the 70s. I'm old. Anyway, but in the 70s when you were born, they had like so many months, they had to report the birth. The hospital had to report the birth to the American embassy in that country, whatever it was, right? And then when you move back to the stateside, they're supposed to send everything to DC, who then forwards it to whatever state you live in at the government level, to the state government, and then they're supposed to forward it to your county. So all I should have had to do, and if you look it up on any like Army site when they tell you how to replace your birth certificate, all I should have had to do would have been to go to the county I was at in New Mexico. No, I'm a liar, because that's not, so probably either El Paso County in Colorado or Stafford County, Connecticut, because one's where we ended up when I grew up when I was little, and the other one is where my stepfather adopted me, and so sometimes they will move your records to the probate court where you were. So all I should have had to do would have been to contact one of those two places and say, hey, I lost my birth certificate, and then I would have had to have gone through some kind of, verification or whatever. Some states you have to show up in person, but I think Louisiana is one of the states where you have to show up at the county courthouse in person to get a copy of your birth certificate. But for the most part, it should have just been that. And then it should have cost like whatever the cost is, like $90 or whatever. It's a pain, but that should have been like it. But instead, it was trying to figure out which county I had to call. I ended up calling like, I don't know how many counties, all of whom said, we don't have it. Try the state government vital records. Okay. Calling that branch of the state government, all of whom said, no, we don't have it. You have to call DC vital records. So it was like constantly like, call the people who were supposed to send it to us. Call the people who were supposed to send it to us. I'm that one cave in the... yay! Welcome! Yes, we moved here about a month ago. Still have to get an official copy of my middle child's birth certificate. I know exactly where that is, though. She was born at Fort Hood. Nice. Guess who's in high school now? Yay! Do you love it so far? Or, like, do you hate it and you just can't wait to be done with it? Really could use a nap. I'm at work drawing reference art for my dragon. I needed a nap this morning, so I don't blame you. How is it I have more written out for characters for books I haven't finished than the books that I have? It makes sense. Still wish I was with my friend, though. Yeah. Why? The floof is back. The little floof. All right, y'all. It is about that time. So, yes, I love you. Go. I'll pick you up in a few minutes, okay? I promise. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I'm sorry that you just got here, but now that you know where I'm at and everything, hopefully you'll be able to get here a little bit earlier in the future. Anyway, for the rest of you, thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning and asking all of your questions. I hope you have an amazing day. Go get all the words written, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.